Hey, what's up, everyone? This is going to be a Soviet versus Allies and country swing.
New construction options. Construction complete.
And this is Yuris Revenge, not Railer 2. And the
Building.
thing you want to notice about Yuris Revenge is different on this map.
Construction
It's a
complete.
lot. I mean,
Unit
versus
ready.
for Allies versus Soviet. I mean, a lot of the the mechanics are the same. No, micro-rin, whatever you want to call it. Like, if you have this amount of grizzly tanks versus this amount of rhino tanks, it's basically the same exact thing.
Building.
But build speeds are
New
different,
construction options.
technology is different, and you got the introduction of the siege chopper and the battle fortress for Allies. Siege choppers for Soviet, battle fortress for Allies. And a couple weeks ago, I uploaded a game. If you, for those of you that watched all the games, where I was losing and I just made a whole bunch of siege choppers and the Mirage tanks just will like all got shut up, and it was kind of funny. Because if you have like remember I always say like industrial plant with 5 war factories with Soviet, it's basically hard for anybody to beat, even if it's Yuri. Because Soviet, with their economy that gets rolling, they're just so dangerous, it's so deadly.
Cancelled.
But sometimes, like, if you might have, like, one battle fortress and just a couple of countries IVs, and then all of a sudden I just switch to siege choppers, make like 15 siege choppers or something, and before he could even comprehend what's happening, he's getting shot. So I think I'm only one minute from war, and I'm gonna harass here. Thanks. But I mean, sometimes it's better to go 2 minutes from war, because like sometimes Soviet with a big economy pumping from 3 war factories and eventually 5 in a late game is very dangerous. But 3 in the early to mid game you want to get is the max amount of war factories. Now I want to harass him. Now I notice he's probably got one more miner than me, but I got an attack going here.
Unit ready.
I want to like pressure his MCB. If he's gonna leave his MCB up like that, I'm gonna pressure it. I lost 1 tank. Not the end of the world. Forced him to make a pillbox that he didn't want to make.
Unit ready.
And if you're playing like either Railer 2 or Yuri, same concept. If you're just spamming pillboxes in defense, you're wasting money. You gotta be
Unit ready.
if you're an intermediate player, that doesn't really matter. Like you're a decent player versus another decent player. But if you want to play a really good player versus a really good player, you gotta save all the pillboxes. You gotta kind of conserve your money and conserve your tower drones too if you're droning Yuri. Now I'm trying to hit him with a split, doing 2 things at the same time. I noticed this is related to that tanks would be built a little bit faster in the early stages of the game. But and Yuris Revenge starts off a little slow, then picks up to even faster. Than the ore seems to last longer in Yuris Revenge, and eventually gives you more. It seems like.
New rally point
Because if you time out both the games, like the Yuris Revenge games usually last longer in the same map. Now he only had 1 Mirage tank, so I wanted to get that darn battle lab. My split's actually really working. I'm really working him. And I'm building at the same time. Now I'm gonna do probably that minus in 1 day. 3 war factory tech.
Unit lost.
I see if you can save his radar. He barely saved his radar. That was good for him actually. So yeah, 3 war factory tech, sometimes 4. If looks like I'm winning, so I might choose to do a 4 war factory tech. You don't even have to tech at all, honestly. The only reason I tech is because I know the stupid's around. Remember I told you like the one guy that was rank 1 with Soviet, he would just go 7 war factories, and then like he might not even make an industrial plant. He might make an industrial plant and sell all the power plants and install the lab, and then go all 100% Rhino tanks, and he'd win. But some people like they like C-shaped choppers more than Rhino tanks. I don't know. Now I don't want to go down to hell, so I had to fight him. Even though I'm gonna lose this, I gotta commit to this fight because. And now I wanna kind of move because Rhino tanks are better moving than Mirage tanks. Yeah, I did lose that fight, that little battle, but not a big deal. I got him under pressure. He's on 1 war factory. I'm on 3. And I know
Unit ready.
I know theoretically, some people say like sometimes one factory with allies could be 3 with Soviet.
Unit
It's
ready.
possible. It happens. It happens rarely. I mean, it happens sometimes.
New construction options. Building.
If he makes a ore purifier that right now that means it's bad. That's a bad build. Because you never make an ore purifier if you want one war factory under the defensive.
Unit ready.
Because he's gonna spend all his money to invest his money, and then I can even be able to use it and just lose the
Unit
game.
ready.
Now I'm gonna keep the split active,
Construction complete.
and I'm not too worried about having 2 tanks less.
New
If you make too many splits, eventually
Building.
what's gonna happen is you're gonna lose. Your army's gonna get a little smaller.
Unit.
Now he's actually starting to put up a defense, and I'm attacking him from the left side. Killing that one power plant is a big deal. I know it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. He could just make another one. It might put him low power.
Unit ready. Train.
It's really bad. I mean, if you play allies a lot, you're gonna know you really don't like losing power plants. Sucks when you're allies.
Unit ready.
And now this battle forces is gonna give me a hard time over here.
New rally point established.
It's gonna be a little bit difficult to
Lost.
And I think he's Great Britain.
Ready.
I think I just heard a sniper.
Building.
I don't think he's yeah, because I seen a paragraph. I think he's Great Britain. So
Construction.
notice that I can't really desolate him, and my
Unit.
desolator has to stay back. Or it's gonna get shot instantly.
Our base is
The only way to use a desolator is if his battle fortress dies and his sniper dies. Now I want to kind of get out of that mirage tank collage right there. It's a little too dangerous for me.
Construction.
Now I want to kind of get a good, if I could get a good grouping and a good position, and I could kill all those mirage tanks. And he's taking chances. If he runs into a sentry gun or a building, he's gonna die. Okay, he ran into a sentry gun.
Construction.
And I was more focused on trying to death him. I could have just hurt him real bad right there, but oh, that's not good if he gets that
Unit lost.
miner. Oh, that was actually, I shouldn't have let him get that miner.
Complete. Unit ready.
Yeah, I should be able to kill them all right there, but it's actually a little bit difficult. I'm gonna lose a few
New
tanks.
rally point established.
A lot of tanks, actually. Oh my god, he actually killed all of them.
Unit
All of them in the area.
ore miner under attack. Building.
Yeah, they shouldn't, these mirage tanks shouldn't,
Unit
he killed another miner, oh my god.
construction complete. Unit promoted.
These mirage tanks.
Unit ready.
So I was like messing them up, but those mirage tanks helped me way more than they were supposed to. And I see he's trying to NG rush me, I think? Or is he just repairing? So I just desolated right in the center, so, and I think he might go around. Where is NG AIV go? Oh, I think he's just gonna repair the battle fortress.
Cancel. Unit
I don't know.
ready.
So,
Select.
I wanna get a big hit with the,
Warning. Iron
I wanna
curtain.
get the lab, a big hit with the Iron Curtain and the
Unit
Rhinos.
ready.
So, he's gonna apply shield, yeah, there he goes.
Unit lost.
Now I wanna get the corner sphere, is probably the next best thing. Probably the best thing to get.
Unit ready.
Now I wanna sneak up with that, Kirov.
Vehicle reporting. Moving. Waiting orders. Building Soviet
Unit
economy.
ready.
I gotta get some of these miners over there to mine in nothingness over there. He killed a couple miners with his mirage tanks, remember, but I
Ready.
look, he's actually starting to get strong. If this game gets into a long game, it's gonna be really hard for me. How many war factories does he have?
Moving.
It's gonna be hard for him to produce,
Location confirmed.
and he only 1 or 2 factories. I think he only has 1. Did I see it?
Vehicle reporting. Moving.
That's it.
Vehicle reporting.
Yeah, he could still do a lot of damage with it. Like I said, if LA plays perfectly, sometimes like 1 war factory could be 3 Soviets. This kind of seems like LA's is too much, but usually the 3 Soviet, so even 2 beats the LA's.
Ore miner under attack.
More stuff usually beats less stuff.
Ready. Unit lost. Iron curtain ready.
Yeah, I don't even want to use my Iron Curtain right here. I don't even need it.
Unit ready.
He didn't even see that, man, because I went over the little ditch in the middle of the map, and Kirov is just killing everything.
Unit ready. Unit
I'm gonna lose a few tanks and a few miners, but I don't really want to waste my Iron Curtain in case they get into an emergency where he does something weird and I
promoted.
need it. But it looks like I'm winning right now.
Helium mix optimal.
And he did not see that disc at all.
Moving.
He was too busy worrying about something else.
Moving base ready. Vehicle reporting. Location confirmed.
Unit ready.
So I'm just gonna plant my Iron Curtain right on him and tap it. And if I kill that battle fortress, it's basically game over. This guy really did not make enough war factories, honestly.
Select target.
Probably because he was trying to rebuild his economy out of me harassing his power plants and blowing everything up early. So, and the split he couldn't handle the split.